This video is going to be half recommendations and half me asking for help, sort of. Ever since I got into horror, I mean, pretty much since, I don't know, I was like 10 something years old, like 10, 11, somewhere in there. I had seen an episode of The Twilight Zone called Where Is Everybody? It was the very first episode of The Twilight Zone ever, actually. Episode 1, Season 1. And, this guy gets to town and everyone's missing. He doesn't know where the fuck anyone is, why he's around, the whole thing. And I just thought it was like the most eerie, creepy concept. Like, what would you do if you just woke up tomorrow and everyone was missing? Like just you are there and there's no explanation. There isn't like, bodies in the street or, buildings blown up or, military vehicles or signs of a struggle and evacuation or anything. Just like cars are in the street, running, empty, and I just kind of became obsessed with that. And then I saw Phantoms in 96, and I think I saw In the Mouth of Madness right around that same time. I think that came out in like 95 or 4, but I didn't get to see that in theater, so I saw it a little later on VHS. And that, Phantoms had that same thing. They get to town, everyone's missing. In the Mouth of Madness, they get to Hobbs End, and no one seems to be around. So this is my, unique subgenre recommendations. And if anyone out there has any movies like this that have that kind of, plot, I'd love to see them. I've pretty much enjoyed every single one I've seen. There's very few. I've only found a few where everyone seems to be missing. They get somewhere, not like it's a town, because there's a lot of movies like where people find like ships, like Deep Rising, I think, does that, or Virus, or some of those movies. They have a lot where they find like a ship, ghost ship or something, where everyone's missing. But like a town, like they come into a town and everyone's just gone. Like Triangle does that on a ship too. So a town. First is the three I just gave. Then a movie called After from 2012. I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not. It was at one time. Really, really cool movie. It's got really kind of like a fairy tale feel to it, in addition to being horror. It's low budget, but really, like, they utilize that budget so well. These two people are on a bus, and then they end up in this town together, and they wreck, I think, in the bus, and then they're in this town, and there's like all these keys that they're trying to dig through to open up this door, but they have to keep leaving because there's this monster coming. It's such a cool film if you haven't checked it out. Then there's a movie called Don't Blink, which it has like Mina Savari and I can't remember the rest of the people's names right now. But they go up to this cabin, this like resort up in the mountains, and they get up there, and the cabin's just, everything's still out, everything kind of like Phantoms, very similar to Phantoms. Really cool movie. If you like that kind of movie, it's really cool. Every time they turn around, just someone's just gone, like in their crew, they just like disappear instantly, and it's really, really cool. Hence, Don't Blink. Then obviously another really cool one is the Stephen King miniseries, The Langoliers, which I guess that's kind of cheating because they wake up, but they don't, I don't know. It's different to me, I guess, how that goes down. Like they wake up on the plane and everyone's just missing. So I guess that's kind of like the ship thing, but fuck it. I'm counting it. And I mean, anybody, I don't give a shit. Just recommend if there's people. And then the only other one that I'm aware of is Vanishing on 7th Street with Hayden Christensen, which was not good. Was not a good movie. I was really looking forward to it because it was like, I saw a trailer. It was the first one of these I've ever seen where I actually saw a trailer. And I was like, oh my God, it's that kind of film I love. Where's everybody kind of movie. So I want to do a couple more of these like weird unique subgenre type things, but this is my very favorite subgenre ever, and there's not enough of them. So if you got some recommendations, please throw them my way. If you haven't seen like After Don't Blink, whatnot, check them out. Really cool. Anyway, bye.